In an ever-evolving digital landscape, for your business to thrive, you must adapt or die. Welcome to Marketing in the Age of AI, the podcast helping you harness the power of AI and marketing tools to revitalize and grow your business. And now here's your host, marketing expert and author of Authentic Marketing in the Age of AI, Emanuel Rose.
Welcome to Marketing in the Age of AI. Today, we are going to cover one of the critical aspects of getting AI implemented in the business, and that is data lakes, and then security of that data, so that the whole world doesn't know everything about your business. And my guest today is Jason Woods from BizTech in Eureka, California. Jason, thanks for spending some time with me today.
No problem. Love to talk about this.
Well, we all, obviously everybody's talking about AI, and we're all thinking about how to deploy these tools. And in your experience as the IT lead for a lot of different types of companies, what are you recommending as for the first couple of steps that either the IT department does or the IT lead does in order to get prepped for some type of AI deployment?
Yeah, first thing is we need to identify our data silos, meaning where's our data kept? When you start digging a little deep into companies, sometimes you're like, oh my gosh, we have data over here. We have a server where. So you got to figure out where it's at. And ultimately, we don't want to use these AI workflow tools to connect all these different data silos. We want to get it into one place, like a data lake, where we can actually now start to work with it from its raw format.
And so tell us what a data lake is.
A data lake is a place where all the data, no matter its format, comes to live. Amazon S3, you have Google Cloud, and you have Azure has one. There's plenty more. That's just the off the top.
And it could be a local server also, for that matter.
You could have it on a local server. It might be pretty intense, but you have to have an IT team, I would say, for that. But
all right, so we want to get all of the data in a one data lake, or one spot, essentially.
Right. There's a couple things I should probably say ahead of time, is that it's easy to confuse a data lake with a data warehouse.
Okay.
Now, an easy way to think about that is a data lake can contain a couple warehouses, right? So the data warehouse is where the data has already been, it's been validated. It's been how to say, processed. It's been put into categories. It's been put into a spot where we can easily take it from there and use it in Power BI or something of that nature. Now, you can get it out of the data lake as well, but there's no guarantee that it's going to be able to read your Power BI possibly is going to be able to read all the formats.
I got you. So you got the big lake, and then you kind of have folders or silos that you've created that are validated data. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, validated, normalized, lots of terms there, but it's been worked over.
Okay.
How about that? Data lake, it's just there. So most of your AI tools can work fine in a data lake.
Right.
They don't even want it in a data warehouse because it's been manipulated.
Right. But as a business manager or business owner, you want to have these things cleaned up a little bit before they start getting accessed.
Right. Specifically with a lot of manufacturing firms, they take data that has no relevance in it. I mean, it's in a data lake, but no one can make sense of it. The AI doesn't even know what it is really,
Right. Yeah.
right? They're like, well, this is representing a time. We can see a timestamp here, and we can see a number which actually equals a code. We have to normalize that over here in the data warehouse before it can be used.
Okay. So that's kind of the first couple steps is we want to get all the data into a big spot, and then we want to start partitioning and getting some normalized or some assessed data into these specific spots. What's kind of the next step on the data side?
Well, now you start once you've got it all in there, let's go back. How do you get it in there? You got to
Okay.
get it in there. All of the data lakes that you can purchase in the cloud, and so they have sync tools that will grab it and kind of uh, will pull it in. That's key, and you have to make sure that those. I mean, depending on how frequently you want that data, do you need it weekly to update? Do you need it daily? You need to make sure those sync tools are running.
And so those would typically be an API
Something like
or
that.
or a report that's being pulled out of an ERP system or something like
More
that.
like an API of some
Okay,
sort that we're grabbing all the data straight from the database.
gotcha.
Um, so once you have it in a data lake and you're pointing your AI to it, AI can work with it so much more efficiently. It's loving it now. And now you're actually set in a spot uh where AI can be useful to you on your or going through your data alone, right? Um, I don't know what kind of AI tool we're thinking of here, but your workflow productivity one's easy now. You're not connecting all these different silos. You're just going to one data lake.
Right. So essentially, that data lake could be a custom GPT inside a chat, for instance, and then you can reference that when you need to draw information from.
No, I would say it's your source.
Okay.
It's your source. Your GPT or whatever tool we're going to use is separate from that. I could see in my head three bubbles:
Okay.
data lake, connection, and your AI tool. Oh, and then four, we got the end user.
Gotcha. Yeah. And so anything else that you want to say about data and about what we need to pay attention to with that?
Well, I just think it's worth looking into a data lake. Um, I know there's a lot of tools out there, and they say, no, don't worry about it. We'll connect up all these things. Well, what about that one thing you have that they don't connect up to?
Right.
So, and you really want, because it won't be but a year, and then you're going to be saying, well, I need this data. Where's that
Yeah.
at?
Yeah.
You know?
So yeah, it provides an opportunity to kind of to do some spring cleaning and to tidy up your data sources, number one, right? So that
Definitely.
you have your mapped out sources, and then making sure that all the information you want is being pushed into this lake so that it's then accessible.
Yeah, and it works the other way too. Where's your HR data? Well, hey, I don't want AI in my HR data.
Right.
So let's not put it in the data lake.
Right.
And now we can have a little power over it.
Well,
Uh,
that's so that you're bridging into this next topic, right? Which is the security topic. So we're keeping the personal or the legal content that we want to keep out of the public domain secure, and then talk a little bit about the safety and security.
yeah, the first thing you got to think about is it's got to be a multi-layered solution. This is what we're looking at here. You start off, you're thinking about it. Well, I need to audit this at the very least. I need to see who's going where and which one they're using, things of that nature. Well, that explodes to, I need to monitor it now. How often are they using it? Are they using credentials that are business credentials? Are they using personal credentials? Well, that's probably going to be a really tough thing to figure out. unless you have it under the corporate name
Gotcha.
and nobody can log into it. It's private. If
Right.
it's private, it's okay. Then the next thing we want to go to is enforcement. How do you make sure that what you want is happening? Well, you got to tie this tie your monitoring auditing program in with a with some kind of something like a multi-factor authentication, right?
Yep.
So a lot of these tools are actually for like shadow IT. There's really nothing yet to secure. I don't see one package out there that will really secure AI, secure a business against using AI.
Right.
So that's why you got to go with the multi-layered approach. There are several of them coming out now. There's one called Nudge. I think that's great for small businesses, but it's also kind of an easy workaround if you ask me.
Uh,
So just remember levels, or you want them all to tie in together, but there's several different things to make it really secure. Uh, yeah, auditing is pretty key, I think. Monitoring is another one. You want to be able to see a dashboard and see what's actually happening. How much are they using? Are they not using it enough? We paid a lot of money for this tool.
all right.
What's going on? Um, so that would help you with implementation. That would help. You could see that being used a lot of ways, more than just security.
I love that. Yeah. So the first thing is to find out what's actually happening in the business right now and what credentials people are using, and then building some policies and procedures around making sure that it's all corporate logins. So that's the first
Definitely.
thing.
And then you can once you have a tool, you can say, "Hey, I have my data located here, located here, located here." Well, it could definitely monitor and secure you against, or how would you say, when for the things that you have in place.
Right.
If it's in place. But if you're talking about some kind of shadow AI or some AI that no one knows about, what if they're using their personal? What if they're using it from a different device? What if
Yep.
they're using it from home? That becomes tricky. But if you tell them, hey, we have data in these 5 locations and these people are allowed to access it, it's a great tool for that.
All right. And so let's just say Chat GPT, we want to have the marketing department have access to that. How do we do that and be secure? We just need to have a master account for the business and have them use that. Is that
That
what
would
you're
be
saying?
that would be my what I would suggest right off the bat. Then you could get a program such as Nudge, which would give you the monitoring, the visibility there, and then you tie that in with a multi-factor authentication tool like Duo or
Uh-huh.
Okta, uh, so that they do have to verify that they are them. They are them. That yeah,
Yeah.
I'm
Yes, and
going
it's really
circles.
it's really the person that they say they are.
Correct.
Oh,
And yeah.
yeah. So how do you know how that works right now with chat? Like if we just have like a marketing at companyx.com, does everybody use that same account and the same password, username and password?
No, I'm pretty sure you can have a corporate account with multiples, or if not, it's coming.
Yeah, gotcha.
And I know that with Perplexity, I purchase, uh, the business purchases the accounts for certain users.
Gotcha. All right. Well, that's good. And I'm sure Google allows for that also.
I'm sure. Well, this is all just blossoming right now.
Right.
We talk about the security companies, which like Nudge and Swift, and there's so many of them, but you'll hear crazy names. It's all because they're just budding, what do you call it, businesses right now.
Yeah.
Uh, a little bit of M&A, and these things are going to combine. They're going to combine with bigger products. Um, and it won't be long before something like ChatGPT has their own security.
For sure. So what I'm hearing is that there's some fundamentals that we always want to maintain in terms of both data and security. And it sounds like maintaining corporate ownership of the accounts and the credentials is really the first critical path, and then to bring in somebody like you to help figure out the layers of security to make sure that HR data doesn't get to the wrong place, and B, that the company data doesn't go in and train GPTs.
That's a great summary. Thank you.
Well, yeah, you bet. I appreciate your insight, and I'd love for people to reach out to you at BizTech if they need more information from you. And is there anything that you want to say that kind of wraps up this conversation?
I can't emphasize how much this is just it's a budding industry, and it's changing so rapidly that meetings that we have internally are changed weekly.
Yeah, I'm sure.
It's head spinning, but it's also at the same time, it's awesome. It's great.
So are you seeing companies with like a head AI and AI security role popping up, or like how are companies staying on top of this?
I don't see companies staying on top of this, and that's part of the problem.
Interesting.
So many, I mean, Chat GPT came out so quickly and it's just consumer based, and hey, throw up your email, we'll give you a free trial or whatever, or free access. And then people start bringing that to work.
Yeah.
And now you're like, well, maybe I don't need that at work. Or maybe we want to train you. We want to use AI, but we want to use it with our specific data set.
Yeah.
We don't care about what's on the internet and about reviews or anything of that nature. We've got more important things to work on. And that's where AI should be focusing.
Yeah.
Right. Especially if we're looking at that productivity that AI is going to help with. It needs to be focused on our data set.
Yeah, that's where the real value comes from, not just from general answers or general responses. Yeah.
Right. Right now, I believe AI is still in the phase of, it can really help companies that code.
Yeah.
But beyond that, we got to figure out how it's going to help your company.
All right. And however it helps your company, make sure that you've got good data and that it's secure.
Very good.
All right, Jason, I appreciate your time. Thank you very much.
No problem.
Okay.
Thanks for listening to Marketing in the Age of AI. Be sure to subscribe wherever you heard this podcast so you never miss a future episode. Your copy of Authentic Marketing in the Age of AI is available at Amazon.com or EmanuelRose.com. You can also connect with Emanuel on LinkedIn. Thanks again for listening, and we'll see you next time.